Hi there, my name is Kendrick, and in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience traveling to Belgrade in Serbia during my second one-year trip around the world. So I actually went to Serbia back in 2017 in my original one-year trip around the world, and I was only there for one night just to take off Serbia as a country that I have visited. However, I fell in love with the country because the people were so nice that I vowed to one day return and explore it a little bit more. So fast forward to this year in 2024, I am traveling for 1 year. I am in Europe already, so I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go check out Belgrade again and see if it was as good as I thought it was. A lot of things have changed, obviously. So the area that I used to stay at has been redeveloped. So it's a lot nicer because originally when I went there, it was pretty ghetto and pretty beaten up. And there was a lot of homeless people in the area. Now apparently it's middle class to upper class area nowadays, which is kind of interesting. One thing that shocked me though was that how expensive Belgrade has become since I was last there. For example, one-way transport from the airport to my hostel was 25 euros, which is disgusting. Round trip was pretty much 50 euros. Compare that to places like Poland where Uber is quite cheap. That is quite a sickening amount of price that you have to pay. My accommodation again wasn't the cheapest as well, considering the fact that I am in Eastern Europe. So it was a little over $155 Canadian for, I believe I stayed there for about 4 or 5 nights in Belgrade. And the accommodation itself was just okay. Main thing I didn't like was the internet wasn't working very well. It only worked if you were near the reception's desk, but in my room itself, it wasn't working. The good news is the SIM card in Belgrade was quite cheap. It was around $6, I think, and it had a lot of gigs in it, so I'd never risk running out of gigs when I was there. One of my goals of being in Belgrade actually was to visit a friend. So I do a podcast in my other YouTube channel, which the topic is around psychology. So I got a chance to meet this girl that I did a podcast with, and she brought her boyfriend, and us three got a chance to explore Belgrade. We took the time to walk around the city. It was really nice, and they were explaining certain areas to me. We also got a chance to eat at one of their favorite restaurants. It was called Three Hats Restaurant. It was very meat heavy, and they also got a chance to get me to try some local liquor, which was quite interesting. And overall, it was fun to explore the town with people that I have done a podcast online in my other YouTube channel. And I said my goodbyes to them. Now, for the next few days, I just got a chance to try to eat local food. And when I say local food, I mean local restaurants. And I did eat at this Chinese restaurant there, and I was so shocked. I was looking at this like Chinese woman working here, and oh my God, she knew like 4 languages, and she would switch between them depending on where the customer came from. So one minute she's speaking Cantonese or Mandarin with her fellow staff members. Next minute she's speaking Serbian with the local Serbian people. Next minute she's speaking English to me. And then the next minute she's speaking Russian, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And when you see people from other countries and how much they have adapted and how intelligent they are, it is really a sight to see. My time in Belgrade was short and sweet. I did originally want to stay here longer, but the Airbnb prices is quite expensive if you don't book way ahead of time. I would not be against actually going back here again. I did overall like Belgrade, so I'm open to returning here again one day. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.